I'm currently 21 right now. And the truth about your 20s is that it could really be scary and stressful. I'm currently experiencing a lot of that right now myself. Definitely more stress rather than fear, but the number one culprit, I believe, when it comes to all these negative feelings is social media. Social media tends to put so much pressure on young adults like myself on saying how you need to move out, owning your first car, and being rich by like age 25, for example. And this can cause a lot of stress in young adults, like a lot, because there's actually people out there who are younger than 20, like 18 years old, 17 years old, even already getting their like dream car. They're already making like an income, like a heavy income that most adults don't even have. Like people in their 30s don't even have, people in their 20s, people in their 40s even. And these younger and younger kids are actually becoming a lot more successful than, even like your father, even like our fathers, our parents. Like it's just crazy when you really think about it. But the truth is, I personally believe that your 20s is the time where you're supposed to be figuring yourself out. You're supposed to know yourself, see what kind of person you are. And that's like the time where you start setting like expectations, goals, plans, even like you expect to live this way like in 5 years. You expect to have this like by age like once you reach your 30s. And that is pretty much like I believe that is the way it should be. But with tech growing and everything, the implementation of AI, it has actually become a lot easier to actually reach your goals and desires. You can literally just ask AI, how can I like own a car like as fast as I can? How can I make money as fast as I can? And it'll genuinely like draft out a plan for you to follow if you prompt it right. But the biggest flaw for me at least, and I feel like it's with more people too, is they don't actually put the work in. They may read it, they may feel inspired, like really like motivated, but they don't actually know like how to actually stick to it, be consistent with it. Because I personally am not anti AI. I actually support AI a lot. It has personally helped me a lot, saved me a lot too. But if you just follow AI's instructions or like modify them in your own way, truly believe that you can actually become successful with the assistance that it can provide you. But besides AI and like tech and everything, originally before like tech even got introduced, I believed that your 20s was a time for knowing yourself, pretty much seeing what kind of person you were and setting plans like I said earlier. And it is once you reach your 30s that you actually finish those goals, you attain those things that you wanted, and you set those implementations in your life. And like by your 30s, it was like it was an appropriate time to actually own your car, buy your first house, start a family, and have a stable income, a decent stable income, and just being able to provide overall. Like that's what your 30s were for. Like your 20s is supposed to be this period of just grinding, and then your 30s is like when you're set forever, like for the rest of your life hopefully. And that is pretty much the way I believe that everyone should be living their lives. But unfortunately, we have influences like social media portraying these toxic like phrases, mentalities that they push onto young adults, especially young men, on just pretty much just grinding at an early age, because when you're like 16, 18, 20, like early 20s, like you're still in school, you're studying, and that's like what you should be focusing on. But, people's For You pages are just that powerful to the where they actually just only get content of just being successful. And that is good. It is really good to have, I believe. But I mean, I can't. What am I saying? It can be good to have for sure, but I just feel like if you consume it for a long period of time, it's just gonna cause negativity and a lot of stress on you. Because you're supposed to be grinding on your life pretty much, your studies. Maybe you have like some part-time job. You grind that. But like I said, with tech, you just it's become a lot easier. It's become a lot easier to do things. So to anyone who is feeling left behind, or just feel like they're not doing enough, you are. You are doing enough. I can promise you that. Because everyone goes at their own pace. So don't let social media make you feel inferior when it comes to just seeing these successful people who are younger than you, people who are around your age. Because the truth is, guys, and I truly mean this, you do have the potential and power to get there. We all do, even me. But it is only up to us, up to you, to actually set those implementations and actually put in the work. Thanks for watching.